is because the sentiments of popery, the sentiments of the Catholic Church or the Catholic organization as a whole has changed, brothers and sisters. When this Pope came into power in 2013, he started giving light to certain issues that the Catholic Church was having with the mainstream public and or mainstream media. So in days and in years and in months of the past, they used to have a ideology that people that were divorced could not be part of their church. And this person, this individual, Pope Francis, came in 2013. He was elected to be the Pope, to be the supreme leader of 4 billion Catholics. Oh, yes, brothers and sisters. Around the world, there's 4 billion Catholics. That's a lot of people that you have to rule. He came in and said, oh, divorcees can now be members. Jesus Christ was gay. Oh, yeah, you can look this up, brothers and sisters. This is no sensational type of information. You can look this up. This is not anything new. And certain things that he was saying that you can be a sinner and still go to heaven. Different things that he was changing, that he was mixing so that he could get the favor of the mainstream public and or media. So in this book, it's telling us that before, in the 16s and 15s and 1700s, all the way to, we can say all the way until 2000s, they did not have a good rapport, shall I say, in the world. They were looked at as evil, as conniving, as misleading, misguiding. And it says it right here. Let's read a little more. Have these persons forgotten the claim of infallibility? That means the claim of non-error, like you don't have error. In the 17, 16, and 1500s, if you go to the canon laws of Catholicism, you will see on there the Mother Church does not err. What does that mean? That the Mother Church, the Catholic Church, does not say, do, or act in any kind of wrongdoing. Basically, that they are holy. That's what infallibility means. Put forth for 800 years. This church is not a brand new church, brothers and sisters. This is the oldest institute that we have on this planet. For 800 years, by her haughty power, so far from being relinquished, this claim was affirmed in the 19th century. See how far these things go? From the night, that's a long time ago. With greater positiveness than ever before. As Rome asserts that the church never erred, I already said that, nor will it, according to the scriptures, how can she renounce the principles which governed her course in the past? Okay, let me break that down for you. It's saying that how can this organization forget the acts of the past when she still holds these doctrines to the core? If we look at, there was a discourse, a meeting back in 2014. It was called the Meeting of Families, right? and we look at that meeting, which our dear Father Pope, yeah, that's what they call him. I'm just using terms that they call him. I'm not saying he's my father. He's not. I'm just saying. I'm using terms so that people can know of how they call him. Our dear Father, the Pope, he had a discourse on there called Laudato Si, right? And this Laudato Si had different arguments in it, saying that Sunday was and is the day of rest, even though in this discourse he also admits, brothers and sisters, you can go look this up. This is not, like I said before, this is not sensationalizing things. These are things that I already researched, and you can go research them as well. It's called Laudato Si. L-A-U, so you can know, Laudttosi. And he's basically saying in this discourse, is that yes, Sabbath Saturday is the day of rest, but that the church in the past had the power to change the seventh day Sabbath, the day of rest of the Lord, to Sunday, because God gave the church, the organization, not the members. We're not speaking about the members, we're speaking about the church, the organization, the power to change this day. So in here it's saying, in the book, in Great Controversy, it's telling us that how has she forgotten her doctrine, because they're letting divorcees now be members, because they're letting the LGBT community to take part in their ceremonies and also be members, which they were opposed all the way until 2005. Look that up as well. That's also noted, and it's history. This is not a lie. This is true. So how can she forget her past when she's already doing this? A point here that I want to make sure that we all get is, a well-known writer speaks thus of the attitude of the papal hierarchy as regards of freedom of conscience, and the perils which especially threaten the United States from the success of her policy. All right, now, brothers and sisters, all the way until 2013, we never seen a pope come to our Congress and give any kind of advice or speaking to our Congress, like as if they were children and the father was speaking to his children. We've never seen that, brothers and sisters. And in 2013, that is when the Holy Father, like they like to call him, came to the United States to have advice for our congressman and our president of that time, which was Barack Obama. Now, if America was built on the liberties of conscience, liberties of faith, liberties of not mixing religion and governmental power, then why is there a leader, a spiritual leader, coming to our shores to give counsel, advice, and or exhortation to our governmental leaders? That is a little strange, but if America was built on liberty of freedom, liberty of of conscience, liberty of faith, liberty from church and state. Why do we have religious and spiritual leaders coming to give us exhortation and advice and counsel? That, my friends, struck as a little strange for me. But it says on here, the Constitution of the United States guarantees, I just said this, guarantees liberty of conscience. Nothing is dearer or more fundamental. Pope Pius VI, in his encyclical letter of August 15, 1854, said, "The absurd and erroneous doctrines or ravings in defense of liberty of conscience are the most pestilential." Pestilential? Are you for real? You know what pestilential means? Like a pest, like it's annoying. Error, a pest of all others most to be dreaded in the state. The same Pope, in his encyclical letter of December 18, 1864, said, "Those who assert the liberty of conscience and of religious worship also all such have maintained that the church may not employ force." So this organization from the 1800s, brothers and sisters, had already said that the liberty of your individual thoughts is an error, is a pest, is annoying. So what makes you think that because they said it in this time, the 1800s, that they wouldn't say that in today's day and modern age? It's no different. The only thing is they have toned down in their rigorous tone, in their aggressive tone, into not letting certain groups be part of their organization, but they are no different, brothers. There's an attack on our liberty of conscience. There's many people being banned on our various platforms, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. The other day I saw a report that a fellow brother is not allowed on Twitter to preach the gospel. And brothers and sisters, this is not something that we should be alarmed, but that we should be carefully taking a look at. Because there will come a time where we will not even be able to post anything that is not in line with the state and or the particular state government ordained religion. So just wanted to put it out there and wanted to take a note of this and this amazing chapter. I left certain things out because, some of us don't have the willingness to sit and watch something for too long. I understand. So I wanted to make it plain and simple so you can understand of what I'm speaking. It's of the book, The Great Controversy. You can go to Google right now and download it, PDF. Put The Great Controversy PDF. It's a quick download and it's a good read. So, in closing this message, brothers and sisters, we must take the time now to have these freedoms that we do have right now and get these messages out there before it's too late. We will not have that privilege anymore. So, brothers and sisters, remember, we are in a great controversy.